Hey.
Hi, Gail.
You gotta stand way back to get this.
I know. I'm like.
Not only is it mambo this way, but now we're doubling everything.
This is the D1000,
Yep.
so the double whammy of the D500.
Double whammy.
The double whammy.
So yeah, it's the Gold Cup series. All their stuff's the Gold Cup series.
I know.
though,
It's
isn't
a
it?
gold cup of coffee.
So yeah, you've got 2 thermopots here, which is this. That's what this is all about, thermopot. And you can close this up when it's done, and lift this up, and then your customers
Serve themselves.
How do you like that? Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a serve yourself situation. It'd be great for like in a certain type of cafe environment or church.
Yeah.
That kind of environment. Something where you want to brew big volume, fairly fast, out the door.
And you don't have the time or manpower to go and pour the coffee yourself.
No, you don't want to. You're lazy.
Okay, so you want to take us through all of its stats and then do
Yeah.
a menu tour?
Let me talk about the stats just a little bit. 64 ounces is the max you can brew on this. It's a 240 volt.
Okay.
Plumb in only. No tank on this bad boy.
64 ounces per thermopot?
Okay. Yes, per pot.
Okay.
Yeah, no. And then, you plumb it, and it will do 120 to 240 4-ounce cups. And 4-ounce cups is what's the norm in Europe.
The little bitty cups.
Yeah, little bitty cups. So,
Okay.
and then we can do some menu stuff too.
Yeah.
Let me turn it off. Hold this on. Hit this. You get into the program mode. Come on, talk to me, baby. There you go. Now, don't look. That's the secret code.
Every time you tell me don't look, Gail, I focus in.
Don't look. Brew by volume. You can brew by so many ounces. And you can select that for each side. You can program each side of this unit. And brew by time. If you brew by time, let's say you brew for 10 minutes one time on one side and then you brew for 5 minutes on the other, you're cutting back your volume of your brew. Temperature select, anything from 170 up to 205, I think it is. Something like that.
Okay.
Energy saving mode, you can have it go into energy saving mode so that like overnight it kicks down a little bit. Because this has a big boiler. It takes a lot of time to warm up.
Okay. So it's kind of like always on and then you can adjust it. Mm-hmm. I see.
You can see how many brews you put through this so that you know, like if you're trying to track your revenue.
Okay.
You know.
This is how much I've done.
How many have I done this month and how much should we take in?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-infusion. You can actually have it put a certain amount of water down onto the coffee, let it bloom, and then it'll brew.
Okay.
And then there's another selection on this one as well. Brew count total. Brew lock. That I'll show that other type of brewing in a second. But this is so that you can put this on so that this is locked in when it's brewing. So that, one of your employees comes over here, let's make some coffee.
Bam!
All over the place, right?
3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it locks that in. Locks your basket in. Masker reset. You can take it back to factory default, what Curtis thinks is the best. Service call, and that gets into diagnostic access code. We won't get in it. You can put a banner name up here. You can have your name of your company across here. Right now it's got Curtis on it.
Gail's Coffee Heaven.
Maintenance. Beeper on and off. Do we want the beeper on? Sure,
Let's
we do.
keep it on.
Yeah. Pulse brew. Pulse brew, that's the other type of brewing that you can do instead of the pre-infusion. It will put, it'll take let's say you're doing the full 64 ounces. Mm-hmm. You can have it pulse where it puts water on, stops. Puts water down onto the basket, stops. So it does that the whole way through the brew instead of just saturating. And that's kind of good for, like medium roast, light roast. You get more out of the coffee. On a darker roast, you probably want it to
go straight through. Otherwise, it might be too bitter. Okay.
Yep. So that's good if you got like decaf on one side, regular on the other, and they're really 2 different ways of brewing. You can do that.
And Gail, can I run them both at the same time because we're on a 240?
Yes, you can.
Yay!
You cannot on the single one because it's a 110.
Okay.
Well, you can't run it because it's a single.
You can't do 2 pots at the same time on it, Gail?
Okay. out mode.
I trip you up a little bit.
Yes, you did.
All right. So that's our menu situation. All right.
Now we're back to the beginning, and it's going to go to Curtis here in a second.
Now, so we've got our 2 pots. We got this dude here.
Ooh, hot water. You want
So
tea?
you can do this for tea or your cup noodle. Gail, can install this in your house for your cup noodle making?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. College kids would appreciate that. They could buy this machine to be doing their noodles.
Have a cup noodle.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be funny if you couldn't afford anything but the cup noodles, but you got one of these
Because you got
boys?
it, exactly.
So, anyway.
That's another good application, actually. Speaking of college kids, a cafeteria.
Yes,
they
it'd
could
be
do
perfect.
this,
Yep.
brew up a bunch of pots.
Yep.
And you could buy these.
Separate.
So you
In
could
fact,
buy like 10 of them and then just keep cycling them through and that
These
kind of thing.
machines don't come with the crafts. You buy the crafts separately because you may want
More than one. Okay.
So we got 100 grams of ground coffee here. Twilight, of course. Coffee of choice, and we're going to brew us a pot.
We're going to brew us and everybody else at SCG a pot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't show, but
Oh.
it's a glass line.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And that keeps it, actually, as it's brewing, it's going to go down through there. And that's kind of like keeps it hotter, too.
And so
we
it kind of
recommend-
has a little, is that why it has its sort of divot thing
Yes.
to capture?
Yep. You know what we should do? We should pause. We'll go put some hot water in this to make sure that it's up to temperature so that our employees can enjoy this.
Well, why don't you just use that, Gail?
I could do that.
All right, well, we'll be right back.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay.
We're all preheated?
Yeah, we got it all hot. Brew. All right.
We'll be right back.
I'm waiting for that cup of coffee. I haven't had enough yet. How about you?
Me neither.
Me neither. Action. Drip, drip.
What's that crazy noise, Gail?
Your machine will not make that noise, by the way. We have this hooked up to a flow jet, which is a pump. We don't have it actually plumbed in. We're taking it off of a 5-gallon water
Okay,
source down
so that
there.
little box in the back is
Yep,
a pump, and
that's a
that's
pump.
that pulsating
Yep.
vibration we're hearing.
Yours won't have that.
If it's plumbed directly into your water system, you're not going to hear it.
Yep.
All right.
We're over here in Remoteville where we don't have water.
We're about 1 minute and a half out.
Yep.
The coffee's starting to look a little more clear.
Yep. It's looking a little weaker. Okay, we just noticed we put the pot down over here to get it out from under the machine, and we're like, woohoo!
It rolls around really nicely. It's very smooth.
Looky there.
I like me a lazy Susan, Gail. Love me a lazy Susan.
Oh, I just look at you. Look what I just did. I gave it a little too much with a small cup. And I'll tell Susan you like her lazy.
Nothing better than a lazy Susan.
That looks
Okay.
yummy. Mm-hmm. I don't like the mess I made. These little cups, it went whoop, one side out the other.
That was good.
Ooh, that is good.
All right. So,
And there's plenty of coffee flavor there.
plenty of coffee. It's got enough coffee in your coffee, Gail?
Yeah, that's yummy. I could drink that black.
No, half and half.
I know.
What happened to you? Are you turning over a new leaf in the new year?
No, I
Gail?
don't think so.
Okay. You're like, just this once.
Yeah, no, I
Otherwise, it's
Actually-
half and half all the way.
I'm feeling a little sleep deprived, so maybe this will help me out.
Cool. All right, so that is the Curtis D1000
Yeah.
dual, like twin thermo carafe.
And look at, you can carry that seed without this up. You can just pick this up.
Carry it around.
Yep. Carry.
All right.
That's your 64 ounces of coffee. I can feel it full.
That's part of your weight training regimen, huh? Lifting the coffee, lifting the coffee.
Too bad. It's a good thing there's two of them.
Get your biceps even.
Right. I don't want one side being bigger than the other.
Oh, that would be a shame.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
All right.
Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan. All right. Thanks, Gail.
Yeah, you're welcome.